So I believe this topic tonight comes from Tara. And I think Trish is going to be the best one to talk on it because I know it hit home for her. Like I remember having this, like talking with her. And it's really scary in the beginning to give up your customers and give up that $30 a month from each individual customer to turn them into a discount coach. But the thing of it is you can either continue having them as your $30 a month customer on Shakeology, or you can give it up for a little bit, start building this team, and that's when you start earning $100, $200, $500, $1,000 a week in team bonuses. But in order to get to those team bonuses, you have to give up the commission a little bit in order to get it back long term. So I know Trisha struggled with this a lot, so I'm going to let her talk about this topic.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know what, Tara? Everything you're thinking is totally normal for, the true newbie coach and the business builder coach, because that $32, and then if you have 3 of them, that's nice money. That's cash. And, I don't know if you know my beginning story. I was not a challenger turned coach. I was a fan. We became 5.5 years ago. Steve and I bought P90X off an infomercial, literally not off the infomercial. I think we bought it off eBay technically because people in town were talking about it. So we caught the bug as I call it, 5.5 years ago. We pushed play for the first time together with P90X, and 90 days later, our lives changed, not just physically, but we gained an appreciation for health and our fitness and what we were going to do to get healthy. We were turning 40, and we thought, oh my gosh, what next? What are we going to do? We have to be healthy. And Steve lost 65 pounds, and I kind of just caught the bug. I joined run clubs and did triathlons and really just enjoyed the entire fitness thing that I hadn't done in years. So at the time when I became a coach, it was because I needed a job. Steve lost his job. I had to go back to work. So we were truly looking for a paycheck. I joined this as a coach strictly for a job, to earn money. It wasn't because I found a love of these groups, friendships, support. I had seen my upline coach talk about this, and she asked me for a year, and I never even answered her. She invited me for 3 or 4 times, never answered her. When Steve lost his job and I needed to get a job, I finally said, all right, let me try this because I love the products. I loved what it did for us. I had never sipped Shakeology. I had never heard of a challenge group or understood how you could retire your family or earn a salary off of selling from Beachbody, knowing like direct sales a little bit and 31 gifts and Tastefully Simple and just the idea of that. I didn't understand the value of growing a team. I knew you could sell a product and earn a little bit of money, but I had no idea the value of it. So I went into this and said, I'm going to sell retail. I don't know enough about building a business, learning about volume and teams, and I'm just going to go at it 100% and sell product because I loved the product. I had just done Turbo Fire, and I did Brazil Butt Lift and P90, P90, the old one, and I did 10-minute trainer. So I went into it literally saying, don't involve me in team building. I'm just going to sell retail. And guess what? I sold retail. So my paychecks at that time, believe it or not, were a couple $100 a week selling retail. People, it just was a natural thing. I did exactly what my upline coach told me to do. I shared. I loved what I was doing. I shared my story about us being down and out. And so the retail end for me was very beneficial pay-wise, Tara. I mean, I literally was earning $300, and that was literally keeping us afloat. he was collecting unemployment. I was working retail. When I got a retail job, I was like, okay, $300 is paying for life at that point. There was no way I was going to try to change those customers into coaches, even though they were hooked, because I literally needed that $32 times 3 or 4 or 5 a month. So I was like, okay. And even though I would hear from my upline and my team how eventually that volume, that $32 would turn into volume, I was so scared. There was no, I became an emerald with Steve, my husband, and one coach, and I still refused to change those couple customers to coaches because I was afraid to lose that $32. And at the time, 32 times, let's say 5 of them, it's not the return right away. I was making $14. So that bonus cycle was $14. I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I possibly win in this day? Like at months going in, my retail was still 300, but because I was building, but just retail selling product, retail. And then the cycle bonus was $14, and I was like, how is this possible? So my fear led me to hold my business for months. I was a retail queen. Everybody knew it. I was hitting numbers, Success Club. My personal volume was so high. I was hitting, Lindsay Matway's board, but I never hit that. It was never going to go past that $300 because, let's be honest, unless I was promoting and going crazy retail, it was never going to go past that $300. So eventually I had to decide where to cut that cord on retail and decide to build a team. And even once I did, it was still, okay, $28, $50. I remember being on the cruise with Dana. It was 2014, I guess, Dana, right? We were on the cruise, and on our way home, because those big live events that you go to, your volume grows for some reason. People see it, I don't know why. And we were in the airport coming home, and I remember saying to Dana, I cycled 8 times, and and she was like, that's amazing. I remember where we were sitting, and I thought, okay, so if I cycled 8 times and I was a diamond, that's $18 at 8 cycle bonuses. And I remember doing the numbers and saying, okay, it clicked. It finally made sense. So as scary as that is, if you're in this to build a business, a career, a business for you and your family, there's a point where you have to cut it. And I don't know where you are as far as your why and why you're here, and if it's for financial, gain, or you're to stay at home, or that little bit eventually turns into a lot bit. But you have to be willing to back up a little bit. And honestly, it's gross, it's numbers. The more you have, obviously, that more the volume. But it happens. You just have to kind of breathe through it and take that hit a little bit. And at the time, that hit was scary because I relied on that $33 a month. I know, as silly as that sounds, $33, you're thinking, okay, that's not a lot. But when you're, it is when you need $33 times 3 or 4 or 5. So, and it's exciting to see how much it could go. What you need to do, Tara, are you an emerald yet?
I am an emerald. I mean, I really just started. I only signed up myself in July. I mean, I signed up as like the discount coach just to get like the discount. Didn't even know how this would work for me, if I'd stick with it, whatever. And then in tennis, I had a girl who just wanted the Shakeology, so she signed up through me, discount. I don't think she'll ever do anything more. And then like just this past month, I've signed up a couple people, and they're all signed up as like discount coaches. So I've never had the actual paychecks before that I'm stepping back from. Like the only people I have. So this was like, I kind of tried to look at my commissions where I was expecting, oh, her Shakeology order went through and this one's went through. And I'm like, why don't I see anything? So I didn't know how it worked. I didn't even understand that once they're coaches after the first order, you don't get it. And I also don't even know what it means to cycle. Okay. So when you say like I cycled 8 times, I have no idea what that means.
Okay.
And I don't understand how you make, there's probably a video I could watch somewhere in training, I'm sure,
but let's back up a little bit. Okay. So you didn't even feel that you were helping people and not even knowing, which is great, is my point. So it's good that you were just helping people because they love the product and you wanted them to get it. Okay. Yes, there's lots of trainings with cycle bonuses and people get confused. It really is not. But well done. Great job. That's excellent that you're out there and, you know, Dana, you're going to have to step in and do a little bit of the cycle bonus. But what I do think a benefit is with our company is that we don't, quote, make money on people signing as coaches, it's a natural invite to add them to the business side, knowing that it's not a financial, oh, sign up, I'll make money. That's not what it is. It's truly a benefit to your customers to actually become a coach, whether it be discount, a hobby coach, or a business builder, because it's not like you're going to ching ching. It's truly for their benefit. And if you do that every single time, gosh, isn't it nice? We all want a discount. Gosh, I can't go to Kohl's without a coupon. I won't shop at Kohl's without a coupon. Like, I have a 20% off in Target that starts tomorrow. I refuse. I mean, I'm going to go tomorrow, even whatever I need. We're in a society where we all expect some sales, some discount. So knowing that for your girls, your tennis girls or whoever, it's a benefit as I see it, that you're sharing this discount with them, not because you're going to cha-ching, but because they're going to actually get a discount, a benefit from it. So that's a nice, natural, I don't want to say sell, but it's why not? And there's no commitment. You know, they want to decide to end that in 3 months, no problem. There's no contract. There's no, you have to hit certain things. You're not going to have product in your garage. You don't have to sell anything. If you can get past that feeling, where's my paycheck, and get them on board, I promise you, you never know. And that girl that's playing tennis out there might say to the next girl, oh, I love this. You don't know what Shakeology is? Oh, really? Okay, well, I think I'm a coach. Could probably help you. It almost is that, you know, that effect that keeps going, that ripple effect, as they call it. You'd be surprised. We hear from stories out there all the time that coaches that had no idea what this was about then are the big coaches. So you kind of have to, if you're not hurt by that 32, keep going. But we can talk about cycle bonuses. Yes, there's great you know, videos to teach you about how this all works, because it's not a sign a coach, make this money. That your coach sells this, you're going to make this money. It's a brilliant process. It's just a little bit of getting to know that.
Right. It is. There's a great, Michael Neiman, of course, has a great video. I'll share that. He explains it better than I think either should or I could. It's one of those things that is very confusing, but once it clicks, you'll get it.
Yeah.
But basically what it is, so you know, if you're looking at your downline, you have 2 legs, correct? You're an Emerald coach, so you have a coach, at least a coach here and a coach here.
Mm-hmm.
So every time they make a sale or make a purchase, that's personal volume. Like Shakeology is worth 90 personal volume. So you cycle every time you have 200 on one leg and 100 on the other. And generally speaking, you'll have a strong leg with more coaches where you'll see people getting placed that you don't know. And then you'll have a leg that you're building yourself, which is your weak leg. So generally the 100, 100, 100 comes from your weak leg, and the 200, 200, 200 comes from your strong leg. I know this is confusing. You'll understand this better by watching a Michael Neitman video, I promise. But so what you're doing is the cycle every time you hit those volume points. So, every time a coach under you buys Shakeology, sells Shakeology, a challenge pack, a program, everything, it's worth volume. So you bank this volume, and every Thursday it cycles however many times you have volume in the bank. So in the beginning, you're like Trisha said, your checks are like, or not including commission, your team bonus might be $14. You might have $100.
What I just got.
And $14 in team bonus. And that's how it starts. And it's probably going to be that way for a couple weeks. Then all of a sudden it's going to be $28 every week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden,
sorry.
It's like a snowball. It's like a teeny tiny snowball. But I promise you, as that snowball's rolling, it's going to grow bigger, and it's going to grow faster, and it's going to go faster and go faster. And right now, you're probably dealing with a lot of discount coaches, so they're really just ordering their own Shakeology. Mm-hmm. So maybe you only have 5 orders coming through every single month. So it's hit or miss. Some weeks you're making $14. Some weeks you're not making anything in team bonus. Once you start finding people like you, the people that want to run the business, and you have a builder on one leg and a builder on the other leg, and they're making sales, and their coaches are making sales, and their coaches are signing discount coaches, that's when it really, truly, honestly starts to grow quicker and quicker and quicker. And it does take time. It doesn't happen overnight, but the snowball effect does happen. And before you know it, your commission is nothing. It's 5% of your check. And your team bonus is what you're relying on every single week. And it's your team bonus that becomes reliable. That becomes your reliable source of income. Like if Trisha, in the beginning, didn't go out and sell one week and she made no commission, she didn't have the team bonus to fall back on. If I go out and I don't sell anything next week, I know an average of what my team bonus is going to be. So that becomes a reliable income every week.
Yep.
So it's hard. Even like Trish said, it's really hard in the beginning to give up that $30. You're like, I'm not giving up $30. Why would I give up $30 to make $14 sometimes?
Yeah.
But you have to start somewhere. It has to start. Yeah. It won't snowball if you don't start turning it a little bit.
I think I missed the beginning of this. What, giving up $30? What's the $30?
If they're customers. If you're turning your customers into coaches, even discount coaches. Okay. In the beginning, it's hard to give up that position. You're like, I'm not.
I just realized today that I have 5 people on Shakeology Home Direct, and and none of them want to be a coach.
Well, you know what? You invite them again right before the next order goes out. Especially come January when all their Christmas bills or holiday bills or what are coming in. You're like, you sure you don't want that 25% discount this time?
Katie, this week, what you need to do is you need to do a post that blindly talks to them, okay? So here's what you're going to do. You're going to talk about a discount at Kohl's, 25%. Right now it's friends and family, 25%. I don't even know if you shop at Kohl's. I'm just saying.
Oh, I do. I saved a freaking shit ton of money on Black Friday.
Okay. So right now, here's what you need to do. So right now, there's a Kohl's friends and family 25%. You need to correlate that to who shops without a coupon, without a discount. 25% off of my $100 Kohl's bill today was, I don't do math, $20. Okay, so you need to then speak, when you do a post, you need to actually speak to them. Not Jane Smith, listen to me, you're going to post like you're talking to them. Who wouldn't want a discount on something you're already going to buy?
I truly don't understand why I don't understand why anyone would be a Shakeology customer.
Because it's that fear of what will people think? What is she gonna make me do? What if they're gonna make me, they think commitment. Think about it. All those
the biggest thing I hear is, well, I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to help people. That's not
because
what then
don't call it a coach.
Customer.
Call it a discount customer
Or preferred customer.
Preferred customer. You won't bother them. They don't need product. There's no commitment. There's no contract. I had a girl today ask me, who I kind of adopted through a coach quitting. She said to me, I love this, but I have a question. What is my commitment? She really didn't know. There is no commitment. There's no product in your garage. You don't have to sell $300 this month to stay. But Katie, I'm telling you, this breadcrumb this entire month about discount, where you are in your life. Coupons, sales, Black Friday. Why wouldn't anyone want a discount? And then you can speak about your Shakeology. Thank gosh that I have 25% off this. Gosh, I was buying it anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know what? You're
I'm
buying
writing
it.
everything. I'm writing it down.
And seriously, Katie, because think about it. If you're gonna buy this at Kohl's, I know me, I wait till I have a coupon. And then when I don't have 30, I think something's wrong. Like I might have to call somebody like, do you have a 30? Because that extra $5 is, if your customer is you, we all live by that day. That coupon, that discount. I would absolutely speak to them and go, duh. Does anybody know Coach Jimmy, newbies? Coach Jimmy is the actor, beautiful. He lost 100 pounds. You can find him, Katie, Coach Jimmy. He has a video he's been sponsoring lately that it is brilliant. Now, he's an actor, so his videos are professional. But his videos is in his kitchen, and he says, Shakeology without the discount is for dummies. Or literally, Google it right. He's more or less saying, why wouldn't you find it in your downtime? Coach Jimmy, I think. Am I right, Dana? Coach Jimmy, if you find him. And it says, and he's sponsoring it right now, and I've seen it for 2 months. Shakeology, full price Shakeology is for dummies. It's so my point is, figure out those girls, speak to them through posts. I'm telling you.
Yeah. The other thing is too, I noticed I had a customer. She was a customer for a good year before I finally convinced her to come on as a discount coach, and now she's an actual coach. But she was afraid that I wouldn't be her coach anymore. So I think people are fearful that you won't be their coach. You won't let have them in their challenge groups. So sometimes calling it a preferred customer, I've heard, helps people.
I like that. I've never heard it put that way, or like a discount customer. I like preferred customer a lot. That's right. Brilliant.
So that's one way. That's one. Yeah. So if you have customers that you could transition into coaching, that's a good way. And sometimes it's those discount coaches that end up turning into more, believe it or not.
I have one customer right now who is, you guys know if you're in the group. I have one customer who I'm kind of letting her really get started. It's her first week of the 21-day fix. She's going to be a coach. She is going to be a coach. I'm like, there's no doubt in my mind at some point. She's freaking awesome. I'm really excited. I'm like, okay, I have to bide my time. I don't want to ask her too quickly and overwhelm her.
And now those are the types of people. I mean, you have your customers that you approach them about coaching, and they, like you said, they say no, they're not interested.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people you approach with the discount coaching after 2 months in, 3 months in. I know I'm not a discount coach right from the start kind of person. I know that people differ on that, but I like to get people involved and then talk to them. And I don't lead with the discount. I lead with the coaching opportunity. And then if they're not interested in the coaching opportunity, then I discuss the discount, because I want, you want people to fall in love with the product, fall in love with the challenges, fall in love with everything that goes along with it, and then want to be a part of the team and the business and all that.
That's generally when someone says that Shakeology is expensive, I'm like, well, there's a way that we can always there's a way to reduce that cost down the road once you know that you love it. That's usually how I kind of broach that in the beginning. And they go, oh, okay, and we move on.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I hope we, Tara, do you have follow-up questions? I know I am going to post, like I said, the video on the cycling, because that's really confusing. If we try to explain that here, I think we just send your mind into.
No, but I already understand it a lot more. And I feel bad. I know I could probably, if I had gone through more training, find some of this stuff. I have a separate question, kind of somewhat related-ish. I kind of hit Success Club this month. I say kind of because I hit it, and then one of my people lost their job and canceled their order. But when I go into the back office and I go to November, it shows that I hit it. So I don't know their process. So I guess what comes next? Like, do I get notified if I get leads? Do I look for leads? Will I get leads? What's next?
Okay, so you did hit it for November. What's going to obviously didn't happen is they haven't received the package, and the package hasn't gone through a return.
Okay.
When that does happen, and I'm sorry to tell you this, you're going to see a -2 show up in your Success Club points, because they're going to deduct it from the current month, not the original month. That's just how they do it, and it sucks, but that's just the name of the game. It doesn't happen often, luckily, knock on wood, to most, but when you start in that deficit, it doesn't feel very good. But it's just another little bridge you have to cross. So that is what's going to happen. Your leads are going to show up as free customers. So you're not going to – I don't even know why they have a leads tab, because nothing ever shows up on the leads tab. But under all the way on the left-hand side where it shows left-hand side bottom where it says like new personally sponsored coaches, new coaches in your organization, it'll come up as new customers. And if you click your new customers and I didn't sign Jane Doe up, it's probably a lead. So if you click on her, you'll see what she ordered, or if she signed up for the free thing, you'll have her email, possibly her phone number. You can send her an email, reach out to her, give her your Facebook. Hey, I'm your free coach. I run challenges for my customers. I'd love to connect. We can talk about your goals. You could join one of my groups. And, I usually put my Facebook information, along with the, obviously email address and, whatever else if you're comfortable putting, a phone number. I don't usually do that, but not in that email, but usually, and sometimes they pan out, sometimes they don't. Sometimes all of a sudden they'll connect with you on Facebook, or you'll get an email back, and go from there. And I've had leads, more leads than not to nothing. And then I have a couple of leads are my coaches now. They turn into coaches. I'm going to mute myself really quick. I have to talk to my husband. He's in California. So you guys keep chatting. I'll be back.
Oh.
So is it, I guess I'll ask you, Trish, because you probably know, is it like a given that I will get people like this month, I guess, or?
Okay, Success Club leads, you will earn leads when you hit Success Club, yes. You will get leads, and they're just customers that log in, sign on, want a coach. You're going to reach out to those with a little welcome letter, and we can post them in. We've had, a lot of times it's just, hi, you explain who you are, and you're happy to help, and not a boatload of information, but a lot of times people are intimidated by that interaction too. But yes, you will get leads. They're going to show up. You had Success Club 5?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, you will get, and this month is December's a great month. There'll be, because new products are launching and everything. So you will get leads. It'll show up and your new customer in your back office. So, and you'll just set up and, figure out how to do an email. Christine has a great email that she sends out, a really good, so she'll share with you. So on new customers and what to do. Hopefully, she has a great letter. So,
okay.
It's a little bit, it's interesting how my leads right now, at the beginning were, they're turning into profitable customers, and I found a few through Facebook, and so it's some leads are awesome, others you'll never hear from them. I have to be honest, like they just
okay.
So but there's been great coaches on here that came from leads on Dana's team. I think Kylie, I don't know if you know who she's the hygienist, you'll see her around. She was a lead.
So if I hit it in November, I'll get leads in December, but you have to hit it again in December to get them in January. Like you don't just keep getting them, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And another thing is, if you hit Success Club 10, you get actually Shakeology leads. You get right away customers that are buying, which is really good. That's free money. I mean, that's free money.
Yeah, I'm working on trying to find
first commission.
Yeah, if you're Success Club 10 and they buy, that's Shakeology leads. They're different than customer leads.
Mm-hmm.
Katie, your customer leads, you're not going to get commission on that. But if that's that like Success Club 10, yeah, you will.
Wow.
That's sweet money. Yeah, imagine getting. That's your hard work paying off, in my opinion. That's one of those like, yep, great job. Here's a customer.
I hope so.
Yeah, I had one person 2 years ago. She would buy 2 bags a month, and I reached out. She never responded, but that was $65 a month. That paid Shakeology almost technically. I mean, like not really, but free money right there. I didn't know her. I didn't do anything. That's almost like, great job. You helped all the others. Here's money. But reach out to Christine, and she'll give you a good lead letter.
Okay, great. Thank you.
If you can hit Success Club this month, January is like the boom. In my opinion, this is the month to hit Success Club so you can earn your leads, because January is going to be that month when every Tom, Dick, and Harry is looking to change.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for an answer.
In February too.
And February and March.
January,
Yep.
February, March is when you want to really honestly be building that team, because
Yep.
that's when you're going to see that $14.
Yep. Turn into $128. No brainer.
Right.
More. The sky's the limit, girls. There's no limit on this.
Right. I
You
mean,
just have to get out there and kind of be consistent. Newbies, every day, consistent on whatever it is you're consistent with. Whatever it is you post about, be there every day from now on until all month. I know it's weird. It's the month that you're like, I don't want to post about Beachbody. I want to talk about my kids and the Christmas tree. So post about that. Be present. It's you're planting seeds right now for the harvest in the spring. I'm telling you. I know it sounds weird, but you see all the coaches up there that you follow, or the people, they're doing things for a reason. They're all out there right now. going hardcore and you see it, follow their lead. I hate to say it.
It's true. And it's one of those things, like, especially as a new coach, you look at these people like Melanie Mitchell, Lindsay Day, that way, and all these big people making crazy money, and it kind of seems unattainable, out of touch. Like, well, they've been doing it so much longer than me, so, you know, they have the market cornered and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
But it's really not the truth. It's if you, like Trisha said, if you stay consistent, if you continue to build, if you turn that $30 commission into that $14 team bonus, it really truly happens. And I mean, I can speak for myself that it happens, and I'm not making what they're making, but I make a full-time income. I make more than I made at my last full-time job doing this. And I didn't do that by busting my butt working this business 60, 70 hours a week. I'm doing it by working a couple hours a day and being a mom full-time most of the time. So maybe the $1 million that Lindsay Matway is making every couple of weeks is unattainable, but making a real legitimate income isn't unattainable. And I can attest, like, I can personally attest to that. And I
do with that much money. Like,
my coaches that signed up under me, I see their bonuses every week, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys are. I'm sorry.
No, go.
Okay, I'm sure you guys are going to say no to my comment here, but like sometimes I worry a little bit, like that the market's like a little saturated with Beachbody now. Like I feel like 3 years ago, or 2 years was probably like the most ideal time to get into it. I worry, like here, my biggest struggle right now is, well, besides time management, is really trying to figure out how to expand my market beyond my Facebook friends and the people I know. Like I feel like everybody here, I happen to live somewhere where it's very fit. People are outside all year long. And I feel like everyone I talk to is like, oh, either I bought that already, never did it, or I have it, or I have a good friend who sells it, or I feel like there's not many people I talk to who are like, oh, like, what's that? Tell me more. So I feel like for me, my struggle is trying to figure out how I can get more customers and like kind of where to find them from. And I have to figure that out.
Right. Well, you said you're part of a pretty fit community, so it's there. The people that have the products and they're not using them, ask them to dust them off and join one of your challenge groups.
Absolutely.
If they don't have a coach that they're working with, they can switch to you or sign up as your free customer.
Yep.
I've done that tons of times. I know Trisha's done that tons of times.
Yep, I did just do that in my challenge group now. I have somebody, and a few people here have been like, oh, like I'm not ready, or I'm thinking about it. So I do check in with them.
Right.
Be consistent because that day will come around where they're like, okay, I'm ready. I had a woman reach out to me the other day. She's like, okay, I think I'm ready. I gave her packets a long time ago, and she was like, I wasn't ready. And she's like, I can't, my market is different. She lives in my sister's community. Money's not an object. Her and her whole family are struggling with weight, which I don't normally attract people that are struggling with weight. I attract that 40-year-old mom that wants to get fit. So I think she truly, even though we spoke and we chatted, there comes a time when someone is ready. And you know what? You just have to, hopefully she saw something in this past year and a half that somehow she changed. She's ready. She saw me. Hopefully I can help her change her life. And I don't know, but doesn't matter. Someone will connect to you and not the other person that they bought that program for and it's sitting on the shelf.
Hey, can I add to that, Trisha?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Hi, Christine.
Hey guys, hi. Sorry I'm late. I was leading a Girl Scout event. Sorry, I just got back.
Your ears must have been buzzing. We spoke about you a few times.
Oh, cool. I hope it was good.
All good.
Okay, good.
Recorded, isn't it?
So I just want to add to what Trisha's saying. So I just want to offer a change in perspective, Tara, on it. That we thought the thought of it was known 3 years ago, and now it's too late. Actually, the great thing is that a lot of the work has been done for us. People have heard about the products, the marketing's been done, they've heard about it from their friends. So now is the time where they're, like Trisha said, that maybe they didn't sign up with somebody else, but you know what? They heard about it. They heard, okay, and then they see your post and you're someone they trust or you're someone they connect with. I think it's a perfect time. I think it's extraordinary because because the marketing has been done before us. They did the work for us. So I just think it's a change in perspective. Don't let it be an obstacle. Look at it that it's a great time. I think that's a great time. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's a great perspective, And look at all the bodies that have changed, the peoples, the lives,
Yes.
not just in the fitness world. I mean, many, many lives have been changed financially and socially and, in a positive way. Our community as a whole, our community is a people of good stuff, positive, motivating, with just a good group of people, in my opinion. That doesn't mean 350,000 coaches are all that and more. I'm saying, like, I'm very proud of the company that I work with. Extremely, extremely proud. And I think you all agree with me. When you see Carl Deichler saving families off the street, I mean, I am so proud to be lined up with this company tenfold. So that name, Christine, I think I agree with you. That marketing is done, that we are a class act, and we truly are, not we at meaning what we do. 5 years ago, I think they had to prove themselves. I think they had to mark it out and say, and there was one program back then, Tara. There was one. It was P90X or Insanity, and both were extreme. Let's be real. You had to work out an hour a day plus, and Insanity was insane, and that was it. Those were your programs, and they were geared towards people that were already fit and active. Yes, you had your couple here and there that were extreme, makeovers. I hate to say that, but now there's programs for everyone and every age and every walk of life and every size, shape, and mental, place where you are. When I joined 2.5 years ago, I thought the market was done. I thought I missed the boat. That year that I said no to my upline coach, I thought, and here I am telling you 2.5 years later, it's not.
No.
All amazing points. I just have to figure out how to, I guess, expand my network.
You need to find your tennis people, your fit people. You need to do a workout outside. You live in Florida. Go to those courts. Put your DVD, not even DVD now. It's on demand. And after
actually, I actually signed up today. I mean, totally pushing myself out of any comfort zone of I know you all could say the same thing. Like, the person I am today, I am amazed by it every single day from 4 months ago. I mean, anyway, I signed up today to get certified in PiYo next month, actually the weekend after Super Saturday.
Awesome.
What's her name? Melissa
Yes.
McAllister.
Oh,
Her
yeah.
name. She's flying in here to train it, to do it.
Yay! That's awesome. I'm so jealous.
he's a
Yeah, it's
cast.
pretty great.
On the
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
He's awesome. Let me tell you something. You need to use that market. Okay, girls, we play tennis. Now let's get hardcore, strength, flexibility, right, and that's that market. Get the already fit
I'm
people.
still working on that, but yeah.
I know it's hard.
on the whole market note, I just want to say the market, it does look saturated to us, but we're looking you know, my feed is 99% Beachbody at this point. So I feel like everyone in the world knows who Beachbody is. But the fact of the matter is there are people who don't. If your community, your tennis, your this, then you kind of have to go outside of that. You have to, you know, get, you have kids, start, you know, talking more to the moms at school, maybe get involved, do volunteer when they have like the holiday sales, get to know those moms a little bit more. Talk to the moms at the kids' birthday parties. You have to like open that circle a little bit, because that's how I met some of my more recent coaches. Stacy, that was just on, I met her at a kid's birthday party. Christine, I met because our kids were in school together. So that is another market that you can go to. The other way is I know Trisha's talked about it all the time. Start tagging your tennis friends. Start tag everybody you're with. If you're playing tennis, post it. I played tennis with boom, 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 and boom.
Yep. Has nothing to do with Beachbody.
Because they'll probably click on your name and go look through your feed. I mean, people.
We all do. We all do.
Join groups for tennis, for being a mom, for this, that, the other. You don't have to sell or market in those groups, but you can make friends. You can make friends in the group. The other thing is, our market in the United States is, okay, so I think when I started 3 years ago, we had like 100,000 coaches. Now we have like 300,000 coaches, almost 400,000 coaches. Carl Deichler wants what, 1 million coaches in the next couple of years?
Yeah.
After I signed up, we opened up Canada. Anyone that had Canadian customers blew up in Canada. I somehow lucked out and signed up a coach because I was in a mom's Canadian group. So I have a Canadian leg. That was just by pure luck. But we're going international. They're trying so hard to go international. So it might, like, now's the time to start expanding your market internationally, whether it be Instagram, Facebook. I don't even know how to go about doing this, but I know I'm starting to get, I have a lot of Facebook friends and Instagram people now that they're speaking Spanish and I don't really know what they're saying, but I'm trying to stay involved with them somehow, because now's the time to actually start increasing that market, because Beachbody's trying to go global. So I think that's something else to look at. I mean, Canada still fairly untouched territory. You know, Miguel's got it a lot cornered, but you know, you look at like Allison and Kylie on our team, and they don't even have there's not much going on in their neck of the woods as far as Beachbody coaches. So I think sometimes you have to look at it like that. And then the other thing is, we kind of live in these areas that are, you know, you're down in Florida, we're up near New York City. These are areas where people concentrate on how they look. There's a lot of parts of the country where that's not the case. A lot of parts and it's like, you don't want to go targeting those areas. But what I'm saying is Beachbody. I went out to Indiana for my husband's high school, our family reunion. Nobody knew what the heck what? You work out? What is that you're drinking? Like, people had no clue. It was just, so, you know, I think we're kind of we might be in saturated markets right here in our little areas, but it's kind of where we live, you know. You know, the tri-state area, you probably have more coaches in Florida because everyone's walking around in bathing suits all year. Florida, California, people tend to care more about their appearances, and even health, are more health conscious than other areas of the country. So it might seem saturated to us, but overall, in the grand scheme of things, it's not very saturated. I mean, think about it. If we only have 100,000 coaches and Carl Deichler wants in the next few years to have 1 million coaches, he wants more than double what we're at now in this country. So, I mean, think about that. You're sitting right there in the middle of all of that. And in the grand scheme of things, it's still a baby company. Look at like what's that company? Herbalife. That's been going on for what? How many years? At least since I was in college. And I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I'm old. It's been going on for over 20 years, and it's still going on. And people are way up there, and there's people still signing up and becoming retail or marketers or whatever they call themselves for Herbalife. This coaches only started, what, 6 years ago? Trisha, is it like 6 years ago? Something like that.
With what, Beachbody?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
God. It's one of those things
I know,
look
you
back,
were one of
'cause
the
I was a coach then. I was fine. Let me think. Do you remember? I was a coach then. Like I was.
There was no Shakeology back then.
Yeah, there was.
Program.
I mean, there was a coach there was Shakeology when I was. I did. Let's see. There was P90X, Power 90, Power 90 Master Series. Insanity had just come out when I was a coach.
Okay.
Before.
Well, then maybe it's going on a little bit more than 6 years ago, but I know it hasn't been much longer than 6 years.
No, I think
Probably a little bit longer than 6 years. But the point is,
maybe it was 6 years last year when I was there in January. Maybe it's more like 7 years. But regardless, that's a baby. That's a baby.
I don't like hearing that.
it wasn't the time. You have to believe in that. You know that.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't. I had I was under the Frenches. I don't know if you guys I know they're not with the company anymore. I was under Mike and Tammy French, but they apparently are MLM jumpers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, how did you even, you were product loving first, and then tell me how you even.
My sister and my brother-in-law found out about it first. And so I was technically under them, but the Frenches were right above them. And so I found out about it through my sister. They were like, "Oh, you should do this program." I was like, "Okay, I want to lose weight." And I won $1,000 doing it. And then I was like,
why haven't I known that? But why haven't you put that out there?
Hey,
because it was 6 years ago. It was nothing to do with me now.
When you were a coach, was it $1 Million Body or Beachbody?
It was $1 Million Body Game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
guess
the very
what?
beginning.
But you need to share the story, how you came and went and wasn't the top. Like, why wouldn't you?
You know what's funny that you did the call?
Because I've got so much going on now. Didn't even occur to me to share the crap that happened 6 years ago.
But you know,
but I think it's.
You and Erica were like in the same boat. Erica owned all those programs on VHS when we were in college.
Oh
I can't even believe that.
I was a size before. I was a size 2'4". I got down to really, really tiny. I was tiny. And then I had babies and hypothyroidism.
Yeah, but you're getting in some pretty darn good shape now.
Oh yeah, I just ordered Hammer and Chisel and size.
Katie, even your face within the past couple weeks on calls, you look different even in your face. Really. You see it? You feel it?
I see it. Oh yeah, I definitely see it. Like when I do my selfies, I'm like, huh, it was like smiled the other day. And like I could see my jawline right there. It was just a little bit, or my cheekbone, not my jawline, my cheekbone. And it was like, I haven't seen that in 6 years. Like it got covered up really fast by pregnancy fat.
I would put back that, you posted a picture maybe a month ago that you.
It was a throwback Thursday.
Yeah, I would probably put that back out there somehow.
I actually was looking for because I don't know what they do now, but like they did like a video and everything. I was trying to find when I won.
Yeah, you have to.
I couldn't find it. I don't know how to find it.
But you need to find that to show the value of the company, how it's still the same. You know, it's changed a little bit, but I would somehow start to do that, Katie, because that story last night when I heard, I didn't know that. Dana, do you agree? Like, I think that she should start putting up that. I would love to hear that story.
Yeah.
How you came, you went, you changed your life. you had your babies, things happen.
I agree.
What's
And don't be afraid to share it. We've talked about this on Pets. Don't be afraid to share that kind of stuff often.
Yeah, I agree.
Gaining new friends and followers, and
Yep.
nobody sees or reads everything.
Yep. And you don't have to give a four-page outline of your life. I would, when you do a post like that, I would speak to us coaches. Who remembers Beachbody 6 years ago? Like, I would speak to us and not the new customers, not your new followers.
Who remembers
Let
millions?
us generate that feed and let those newbie people following you look into that.
That's a good idea. So I started friending, I finally figured out how to branch out. I started friending thyroid people, which actually, strangely enough, is intimidating me because there's so different, many types of thyroid problems. And they're all like, how'd you lose it? Oh, I don't have a thyroid. Well, I still lose weight. I'm like, I don't know. You could try. So anyway, but I started friending a lot of new people, and I started friending like all my sister's friends, and so I've been thinking about that. I'm glad you said that, because like I stopped sharing as much about that because I was like, well, everybody knows all this already, but I forgot about the new people.
They don't. I don't. And if I'm on your feed, you need to talk to me and let those other people watch me interact with you. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Don't always speak to the person you want. Speak to me,
So, like,
because I'm your friend and I want to follow who you are. Then let those other people be interested because you and I are interacting on Facebook. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know, and I did not do this for over a year and a half of my business. I watched Dana and her team would tag each other, inspiring women and this and that. And I never, ever, ever did that because I don't know why I didn't. I still struggle with this. So I see like your team, your fierce women, and you tag each other and you interact and let us watch. You need to do that. You need to speak to me, your team, my team, and let those others click and listen and watch. I'm telling you, that's the catch. Don't always post to those I'm begging for you. Post like you're talking to me and your girls, and let those people watch. That I have turned the past 3 months of my posts, I am not speaking to people I want to join. I'm speaking to people that have already joined and my peer friends and coaches.
But you are, at the end of the day, you are actually speaking to your flavor, because
yes,
you want them to read what's being said.
100%, Dana. But I did not do that for
what I wrote down is speak around them. That's what I wrote down, like to kind of talk
so interesting.
Them.
Like the last month when I was talking about the containers, I wasn't speaking to try this, it's portion control, you'll learn this. I was speaking to anyone who had done the fix. And you know, I was showing pictures of containers, and I was speaking, what's your favorite container? That's not to somebody that didn't buy it yet. That was somebody that's bought it and hooked and loves it.
I really liked that when you did that, because like I thought it was cool because I really wanted to answer, like I really wanted to give my input. And also because I thought that it was cool because it showed potential customers that how much people love it. I thought that was brilliant when you did that.
But this was how I kind of changed. Instead of like, here's the containers, you'll love it, this is how you do it, great, good, you'll be fine. Good, you'll be full, it's good. Instead, I spoke to us. So that's something with your story. I'd like to see you do that. Speak
I'd like to
us.
see me do it too. In fact, I started to do it. Like I said, if I could find the video, I mean, I guess I could still do
Find
a
it.
video. Like I really wanted
Find
that
it.
video. I'm just frustrated. I don't even know
Find
how to
it.
anymore. Like where does
Dana,
Beachbody
could
keep
she
them?
contact Coach? Could she go back in the archives?
I don't know.
I think it was June 2009. Like I think I even remember.
I don't even know how you go about finding that, but I bet if you contacted somebody
Why not?
like that does that, they, you know, not could necessarily, not like coach relations or customer service or anything like that, but somebody in the,
Why not?
Yeah, I'd probably start with coach relations. Maybe they could start.
well, they could
directing me.
send you in the direction of who's
Yeah.
like that department. I'm
But
sure there's another
why
email.
can't you Google that? Can't you Google that?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah, she'll find it in 30 seconds right now.
I know, right? That's it. It's like,
Why
see,
didn't Google ever
this
go
is-
on?
so remember how my number one confidence builder was getting on team calls?
Yeah.
It still is.
Yeah, here. Yeah, that was good. You know what? I wanted to ask Erica really quick, but maybe you can answer. She gave an analogy. The walk across buildings is your why.
I've heard that
Give.
too. I don't know.
I was gonna reach. I want to reach out to her again because I need that. I need that. The purpose.
All right, so what she was, hold on, let me type this in and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah, go
So what
ahead.
she was
Find
saying
yourself.
was that like if I, she was like if I put a board down across the street and told
Yeah.
you here's $20, walk across this board, you would do it, right?
Sure.
Because it's simple, it's easy to do, it's a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
But if you laid that same board across 2 skyscrapers and then asked you to walk across for $20, would you do it? No, the incentive isn't big enough.
Okay.
You need a bigger reason to walk across that board. And so that was what that why is. Your why has to be bigger than, like, it has to be more motivating. So like it was I loved it. It was, she didn't, I wish she'd explained it more.
I don't know where she got it from, but I heard it too. Wherever she got it from, I heard it too.
I need to hear it. And I was going to ask her again last night to repeat it. And then everybody was like, could you repeat? And I was like, oh, I got to pretend I was
feel like
really
it was from a national wake up call.
It was good.
Totally wrong.
But she said your why, it's your why and your, like,
I want to say it was a, oh God.
think about it. You want to lose 10 pounds. Why? Like, oh yeah, I want to lose my why is I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, great. Your why is to lose 10 pounds. Why?
Right.
You
I
want
feel
to
like
lose.
it's like Tara Carr or Brigida that said it. I don't know.
I need to,
Anyway,
I'm going to reach out to
is
her.
You put the beam, you know, you have this beam across the canyon or across 2 buildings. What's sitting on the other side that you're going to walk across for? Is it your kids? Is it your family? Is it your husband?
Yeah.
That's why I feel like it was Tara Carr. Is it bringing your
I found it.
For real?
I found it.
real?
See, the old lady knows how to find things.
Yay,
You stick with
Google.
the elders.
Holy
You stick
cow.
with the elders. You found it?
I did find it.
You got
I
it?
don't know if, I mean, it's on Beachbody, so I don't know if people who aren't customers will be able to view
Well, you
it.
could screenshot it. What did you Google?
I Googled June 2009, Katie Moran, $1 Million Body Game. I showed up Katie Ambrose because that's who I am on Beachbody now.
June 2009, $1
Million Body Game, Katie Moran. Wow.
Oh, wait, duh. I just Googled it in Gmail.
Holy cow.
I'm trying to look it up.
Man.
I got it.
Did you get it?
Hold on, it's thinking.
My computers are spinning. Why?
Can you Google this?
That's awesome.
Did you find it?
I found it. Why didn't you find this before it's on Success Story?
Are you crying?
Why didn't I find it? Why can't I find it?
Trisha, why are you crying?
Oh, here it is.
$1,000 $1 million body game. Thanks, Beachbody.
I don't have it. Why?
Hold on, I gotta watch it again.
Hey, can someone send me the link or put the link in the comment?
It's in Success Stories.
My overall goal, June 2009. But where's the video?
Hold on.
Here.
Here it is. Hold on.
$1 million body game. Thanks, Beachbody.
Buddy.
Katie Moran just won $1,000 in the $1 Million Body Game.
I can't watch it. Stop playing.
Katie Moran was convinced that she would always be a big girl, weighed down constantly with negative thoughts. She believed it was impossible for her to lose weight, even with proper exercise and nutrition.
I come from a line of obese people. I'd always known them to be heavy, and I've never seen them overcome it. So if they can't do it, then I couldn't. So I just always thought that I was going to be a big girl.
Katie's negative thoughts were so crippling that they prevented her from going to the gym or doing any physical activity.
I also thought that you had to be fit to go to the gym. Because when you go to the gym, everyone was fit. But you don't stop to think to yourself, well, where did these people start? How far have they come?
She would constantly ask herself, do I look fat today, or does the shirt hide my rolls?
I couldn't stand to look at myself and see how unattractive I was. I constantly thought about the way that I looked because I knew that it was indicative of my mindset and of my low
Share that.
self-esteem.
There's a share link right on there.
Weight loss TV show.
I don't want to, because I don't know if people who aren't customers can see it.
Exciting, yes. Committing, not really. She went to a gym for 3 months, and in 3 months, she lost 2 pounds. A measly 2 pounds.
I mean, I think everybody would be smart to do that.
Going.
Oh, I'm not even signed in. You can see it. I'm not even signed in on Team Beachbody. You can see it.
I mean, worst case scenario, that people are asking for it.
But I think what I'm then like, I don't know.
I mean, there's gotta be a post with it. You can't just share it. That's all.
Well, of course I'm going to share. I can't believe I found that. I've been looking for that. I started looking for that like a month, like probably when I first started. I was like, oh, I should share about this, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, but God. But here's the thing. This is what goes through my head is that like someone sees the video who isn't currently a customer and they're like, oh, I want to, I want to do Beachbody, and then they sign up as a free customer and then go to some other random person. And Trisha, you're muted if you're talking.
Well, but if they're looking at that video, I bet before you share it, make sure there's a way that it's coming from your account. So if they click on Beachbody, they would, and they signed up for a free account, it would go to you. Does that make sense?
I don't even know. Yeah, I mean it does.
I'm sure there's a way to do that. Have it linked to you.
And 16% of her body back. For all her hard work and dedication, Katie is a $1,000 winner in the June $1 Million Body Game. Because of her success, Katie became a Beachbody coach, saying, since I was able to overcome my demons.
Sorry.
You know what? Actually, maybe that's it, because I forgot that was in there, like that I'm a coach now. Well, because I was a coach then, I'm a coach now. Maybe that'll direct people to me.
No, I wouldn't assume anything. I would figure out a way to have it coming through out of your account.
All right.
Maybe when you're logged in, you could get a link from it or something. I don't know. I would figure out a way, and I'm sure you could even ask, like, body. There's got to be a way to figure out so that it's linked to you.
No, let's.
Trisha's muted. She doesn't know it.
Well, I'm gonna test something.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Can you, is that on YouTube, Katie? Success Stories 2009 Beachbody.
I have no idea.
All right. Real quick before we keep going with this, is there any other because I'm going to stop recording since we've gone so late. Is there anyone have any questions like to go on?
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm
I'm just going to hit stop recording.